Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to sign up and get started with their platform that allows you to record, live stream, and produce interview content, you name it, all without any of this gear that I have here in my home studio. Just with an internet browser and some basic hardware like a microphone and a camera, you can get started. So first things first, go ahead and click my affiliate link below to go ahead and sign up. And what you can do is use your email address or any number of streaming platforms that are available. I recommend selecting the streaming platform you plan on streaming on to speed up the process because it'll auto-link that account so you can stream directly to it if you sign up using that account. So in this example, I'll be signing up using YouTube. It'll pull open an authentication window. Go ahead and go through your authentication. My information will be blacked out there by my editor to protect my identity. Once you arrive within Melon, you're going to see a number of pop-ups come up on the screen. Up in the top, it'll ask you for permission to access your camera and your microphone. Give Melon permission to do those things, or the next steps in this tutorial will not work. Also, it's going to give you a onboarding tutorial. Just skip all those steps. Follow me. You ready? The first thing you're going to want to do is go set up all of your audio settings here within the platform. Do the up hash mark here next to the microphone. And what you'll want to do is select an audio input on your computer. Preferably this audio input is going to be a dedicated microphone if you have it, or a dedicated webcam mic if you have that. So I'm just going to select my webcam microphone for this tutorial. Then for your speakers, you're going to want to preferably have headphones on if you're interviewing someone or you're playing back some content. If you don't have headphones, then go ahead and select the speakers on your computer. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you're using speakers and with those speakers you're playing back either you talking in an interview with someone or a podcast, or you're playing back some media, you're going to want to turn on echo cancellation. And in order to do that, you'll have to turn off stereo audio. If you don't, then you will create a feedback loop in your space where the sound is coming out of the speakers, going back into your microphone, then coming back through your speakers, and you'll get feedback. You want to avoid that, so turn on echo cancellation if you are not using headphones. If you are using headphones, you can turn it off and just use stereo audio to improve your quality. Cool? Now, in terms of auto adjust microphone, this is going to be turned on automatically. It's fine. Personally, I prefer not to use this setting with any call platform. I prefer to turn it off and to manually set my volume so that when I talk, the volume is getting toward the end and it's dunking below the end, but it's not constantly slamming against the end of the bars. So go ahead and adjust yours to where the volume is popping here in the green, and you can see it kind of gravitating toward an average of about 2 to 3 bars from the end here, and you know you have a healthy volume level that is not over modulating. If you do auto volume adjust, in my experience, sometimes that can adjust your volume too low or too loud if you cough or if there's some sort of loud noise, or it can reduce your volume when you're not talking. Cool? That's just with all platforms, not just with Melon. Cool. To set up your video, what you're going to want to do is click the up hash mark down here. You're going to obviously want to be on camera if you can be. So select your video input, preferably a dedicated camera such as a webcam, what have you. I've just got a Logitech Brio set up here in my studio that you can look at. Then you're going to want to bump up the resolution to the maximum available. I believe that full HD resolution is a paid feature. If you want Pro, go ahead and buy it. It's worth it. And you can bump up to full resolution HD. And then that will increase the quality of your signal that you're pumping into your broadcast. Next, you're going to want to set up some sort of content to share with your audience using the Share tab. So click the up hash mark here, and I believe Share in 1080p is also a paid feature with Pro. And there's an auto add screen / video to stream button if you share something. I recommend turning this off. What this is going to do is if you select a piece of content that you want to show during your stream or your recording, it'll auto punch it in the second you pull it up. I recommend turning this off and making it so that you manually trigger content to show up on the screen, not letting it automatically pop up. This can protect your personal identity and make for a smoother broadcast. So for today's example, I'm just going to basic setup, going to show you screen sharing. It's going to give you the pop-up window. I recommend leaving that setting on just in case you had personal information there. I recommend sharing your entire screen, not a window and not a Chrome tab. Your entire screen is going to make it so that it's higher quality. The content doesn't get squished or eliminated if you resize the window. If you want to share the audio from whatever it is that was in that internet browser or that screen, you can do that. That'll share all of the audio from your entire computer, your system audio, through this share. So be careful with that. That could cause feedback loops. Once you share that, as you can see, you're now going to have two inputs over here on the side. One of them is going to be your camera. You can click Show on Stream, and it'll pop you into the main window here. The main window here is what your audience will see. Then if you want to show the content on the screen that you're capturing or whatever it was that you added, you click Show on Stream with that, and it'll bring up both pieces of content. You can reconfigure in Melon how those pieces of content are configured here by going to the bottom left-hand corner and choosing the configuration. So if you want yourself to be on top and the content to be below, you click that button, boom, now you're on top and the content's below. If you want to be on the majority of the screen and you want the content on the side, boom, you pick that and the content's on the side. You choose your configuration based on what you think is appropriate for your content. All of these configurations are available, and as you can see, it quickly and smoothly moves you through these configurations, which is great. Quick couple tips here. If you want any of this content to just be full screen, what you can do is just double click it like I just did, and it goes full screen. And you can also click the diagonal arrows on either input to make that full screen at any time. It'll just pull it up full screen. So you, a guest, your screen share, a video, anything, if you just hit that diagonal arrows thing, it will bring it up full screen for you. Got it? Cool. One other really quick setting I want to show you. If you want to look at chat during a live stream, you click Show Chat here, and your live stream chat will be over here on the side where you can check out everything that everyone's saying across all platforms. And there's also a private chat. So private chat is for you and any guests that you have and that you're interviewing. And the last section I'll show you, and I'm going to go over all these in greater detail later in the tutorial series, but you can design themes, logos, you can add text, you can play videos. There are deep settings that you're going to want to go into over here on the settings bar here on the side of the platform as you're setting it up. I'm not going to go over all of those in this basic setup video, but that's how you get started. Just adding your basic scenes, adding your basic elements here. And then what you're going to do once you add those, you may need to reload. It's going to load all of your content into Melon, and then you'll be able to record or go live. And right here at the bottom, you click record, and it'll record locally to your computer, or it will record to the cloud, and then you can download it. And then you can click go live, and it will go live to destinations that you specify, and boom, you're creating content right there on your internet browser without having to have a crazy amount of equipment or anything super complicated. That's how you get started. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the other videos in this tutorial series and be sure to sign up using my affiliate link below. Adios. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to set up audio, video, screen share, and chat within their platform. It's a streaming app that you can use just in your browser. You don't need all this complicated equipment like I have in my studio. It makes broadcasting really, really simple on the internet, recording and live streaming. Let's get into it. So first things first, whenever you boot up Melon, if you haven't already done this from my previous tutorial, make sure you give Melon and whatever browser you're using permission to use your microphone and your camera when it asks for permission in the pop-up. To set up your audio, what you're going to do is go down to the very bottom of Melon down here and do the up hash mark next to the microphone symbol, and you're going to have a couple different settings that you're going to want to select from. For your audio input, of course, that's your microphone. Choose an external mic if you have it. If you have to use a built-in mic, go ahead. In this case, I'm going to use the built-in mic on my webcam as the example for today. Once you've activated that microphone, you'll confirm that it's working because you'll get green bars up here, and you'll want to keep an eye on that volume level. If the volume level is constantly peaking toward the end here, that means that the volume might be a little bit too high. So what you can do is uncheck auto adjust volume, mic volume, and you can bring it down a little bit. So what you want is you want the volume to be toward the end here, but you don't want it slamming the end of those bars over and over again. So you go ahead and bring it down to where it needs to be so that it is not slamming the bars over and over again, and it's kind of coming down below the bars, maybe hanging out around the second or third bar regularly, and then you're in a good spot in terms of your microphone volume. Got it? Cool. The next setting you're going to want to do is choose your speaker that you're listening to whenever you're doing your live stream or your recording. I recommend, as often as possible, using a pair of headphones if you can, so that you can prevent echo and other reverby type of effects or feedback loops that might happen during your recording, especially if you're doing an interview or you're playing back any content. So choose your speakers, decide which ones make sense for you. Then, if you're doing an interview with somebody and you don't have headphones on, go ahead and use echo cancellation. So if you're playing your audio through your speakers, like in my home studio, I don't have headphones on. If you don't use echo cancellation, then you'll create a feedback loop during your recording, and that'll be totally unacceptable for your audience. So definitely make sure that you have echo cancellation on. If you are using headphones, you can turn off echo cancellation and you can turn on stereo audio if you would like, because you aren't going to have a feedback loop, and that will improve your audio quality. And like I said earlier, you can leave auto adjust microphone volume on. Just in my experience, I almost always like to turn my auto adjust mic off, because sometimes these can get kind of funky and drop your volume down to some weird levels during an interview or during a recording, and you discover that later on, and it can maybe ruin the recording. That's just me being paranoid. Video setup is next. So over here under the video tab down at the bottom, you're going to use the up hash mark, and there's a bunch of different options that you can use here. So first of all, of course, select your video input. In my case, it's just one of my webcams. You choose whatever your video input is, and it'll give you a nice preview of that here in the camera window. For your resolution, bump that up to as high as your computer can handle. Full resolution 1080p 30 FPS is what I'm going to go for. You guys can choose what you want. I believe that is a paid feature. Use my affiliate link in the description below if you're interested in getting the upgrades to the full HD features for Melon. Got it? Choose the highest resolution possible here. This will drastically improve your video quality. So that's just for a camera. The other video features that are available include screen sharing. So with screen share, you can use the up hash mark, and you'll want to share in 1080p if you can, if you have that option available. Now, there is the option to auto add screen or video to stream as soon as you screen share it. I recommend turning this off. I like manually triggering these items and adding them to the preview pane and not having them auto share. What if you have something pulled up on your screen that you don't want people to see? I'd be very, very careful with this feature. Even if you have guests, for example, that are screen sharing and oops, they just displayed their personal email address or some personal information. Be very careful with auto add. I recommend leaving that feature off. So we're going to go ahead and click share. You can share your screen, you can share a video, or you can share background audio. Today, we're going to share our screen, and it's going to give you a pop-up window and a warning. I understand, let's proceed. I recommend doing the entire screen if you can, because the quality is better and you can control everything that's on that second screen. So if you have the availability of a second screen like I do, definitely do that, and just know that whatever you have on that screen is going to be shown to the audience. If you share the entire screen, the screen won't get morphed or changed. The aspect ratio won't change. It won't smash it during your stream or your recording. Whereas if you do window or you do Chrome tab, these could potentially adjust the content, smash it, remove some of the content, depending on how you've kind of moved that window around and sized that window around. So entire screen is my recommended mode. So go ahead and select entire screen. And if there is audio on that screen you want to share, like you're playing a YouTube video or something, you will click share system audio if you're looking to share that audio along with the visuals. YouTube videos, Spotify, things like that, sounds with a PowerPoint presentation, Google Slides, whatever, the audio can come through using that share system audio feature. I'm going to click share, and then as you can see, the input has popped up over here on the side. Notice how my camera is up here as one of the inputs. I can click hide, and it's no longer in the preview window, or I can hit show on stream or hide on stream on the screen share, and it'll bring that element into the window here as well. If I do both, if I share both, then there are multiple configurations to show both the camera and what's on your screen at the same time. And where you can get those configurations, of course, are down here in the bottom left-hand corner. You can choose to have your camera on the side like this, next to the content, your camera above it, your camera huge, and then the screen share on the side, etc. You can play around with the features and figure out what the best configuration is for you to present your content. That is up to you. All of that is available, and you can turn those on and off using hide on stream or show on stream as you see fit here on the side. Also keep in mind, let's say you're going to cough or somebody walks into your space while you're recording, you can mute your microphone here or unmute your microphone. Very, very obvious indicator there. You can stop your video. It'll kill your camera feed over here instantly when you do that, or you can start your own video. And with screen share, it does not stop your screen share by clicking the button. So you can't just kill your screen share that way, which is another reason why I think you should share your entire screen, not just one window, so you can control the content. Okay, in terms of videos, you can share a video file from your computer. You'll have to understand and say yes to the message. Here in my downloads, I just have a number of random videos. I'm just gonna grab this random looping background animation here, but you choose the video on your computer that you wanna play back. I'm clicking open, and what it's doing is it's uploading that video, or it's connecting that video to the platform. Once it's connected that video to the platform, then over here on the side, I can click that video share right here and click show on stream. It's then going to bring up a video player here on the screen, as you can see. There it is. And if I hit the play button down here, it's going to play that video for my audience. Ready? Go. And then now it's playing the video. And if you want to pause the video, you can click the controls down here at the bottom. It pauses the video. You can rewind it back, move it to any point in the timeline that you see fit, etc. All of that is possible right here in video playback. And once you're done with the video, you can click hide on stream, and you can bring up your other elements as you see fit afterwards. So that's how you play a video. The last part that I want to show you with screen share is background audio. You can play music in the background if you want as an intro, or to chill people out, or to get people hyped, whatever you want. Click background audio. You'll need to do the pop-up warning. I just have some random tracks here on my computer. Do some MP3s, whatever you want to do. You'll need to have the song downloaded on your computer. Click open, and then boom, it'll bring the music over here in the side panel for you to play back. When you click play, that's going to play on top of your broadcast, on top of everything else that everyone else is hearing. And so you're going to want to adjust the volume levels accordingly and get it into a good spot. Generally with music, you're going to want to have it in the 30%-ish range, 25 to 30%-ish range over here, or it's going to overpower everything if you're trying to talk on top of it. So background music's going to be about 25 to 30%. Foreground music's going to be at about 50%. Got it? Definitely adjust that volume so you don't blow away your audience. And if you're live, you can ask your audience live what the volume level is that they prefer. When you're done playing the background music, hit stop, and it'll stop it, and it'll be over there on the side for you to share at any time. The last part I want to show you here is chat. So we can click the show chat button here on the bottom, and that's going to enable the in-suite chat features. There's two different types of chat here in Melon. There's stream chat, which is what the public is seeing on your live stream. And then there's private chat, and that's just between you and the other people on your call. So right behind you, and this is right below, down here, behind me, you can type in your messages of, hey, I'm going to just type in random messages, hey, what's up, etc. And it's going to put your messages into the private chat with just you and your guests. That is private chat with just you and your guests. Got it? So if you want to coordinate with them, people that you're interviewing, you can do notes there, etc. Not available on the stream, just for everyone else. Really useful for coordinating with guests. Then when you click the stream tab right over here, then here you can talk to your audience and show their comments on stream. So right now I have a live stream going, just as an example. Here it is. And so if I type in the stream, I'm just going to type in random numbers here just to show you guys how it works. Got it? So I just typed in random numbers, and as you can see, those numbers that I typed into the real YouTube stream I have showed up right over here in Suite inside of Melon. And so each one of these comments that your audience is posting in your live stream will show up here within the stream chat. You can then choose to show some of these comments on the stream by clicking show on stream on their comments to respond to them. So I just did that, and boom, it pulled up their comment right here. Isn't that awesome? I just think it's a great feature. It pulls up their avatar. It says what platform they're on. It says their name. It says the text below. It's got everything there, which I think is so cool. I think it's such a good feature, such a great feature here. And then when you're done with that one, you click hide on stream, and you hide that comment away. And so this is a great way to show comments on stream for you to be able to basically do Q&As, to do AMAs, and to facilitate live interactions. And what's great about it is if you're multi-streaming to multiple platforms, if you pull up a comment from whatever platform, you can say, hey, AWOL Digital from YouTube, or hey, Jimmy123 from Twitch, and you can address what platform they're on, allowing you to have better interactivity during a multi-stream session. Awesome. If you want to check out Melon, use my link in the description below. It's a referral link. Have fun broadcasting and recording. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to use design themes, logos, and overlays in their live streaming app. It's so simple. You don't need all this gear like I have in my home studio to do a good live stream or recording. They have a browser-based solution that you can sign up for, and you can get started all right here. Let me show you how you can customize those design elements. So up here in the top right-hand corner, there's the menu button. Click that. It's going to pull open these options over here. Click Themes, Logos, and Overlays under the Design section. You're going to see a number of options here. And what you can do is you can choose one of the existing themes to kind of play around with them if you choose. And you can click View All Themes if you want to sort through all of the themes that are built into the platform. Go ahead. This is a great way to get started. This is a great way to take a look at what's out there and see maybe something that's closer to your aesthetic. And it's a great way to test out the software to go ahead and decide which one makes the most sense for you. Tons and tons of themes here that are free with standard or pro, or just straight up free. Some of these are paid, some of these are not. Got it? Once you have a theme that you kind of like that's closer to your brand, what I recommend doing is clicking Edit Current Theme here, and then you'll be able to go into detail on all of the different elements of that theme. So here at the top, this thing called Style, that's going to determine the style of how text is displayed. So when I click Casual, notice how the AWOL Digital thing over there, rounded and boxy, it changes the way the text is displayed. That's going to change the way text is displayed in all elements of how text is displayed in Melon. Got it? You can also add custom branded colors. I've added my own hex codes here for my brand, but you can choose any color you want. They have a color slide wheel here you can choose, and you can choose the specific colors of your brand, primary and secondary. And that's going to affect the branded elements, the text boxes and pop-ups and overlays and comments and tickers and things that pop up here in Melon. They're going to be your branded colors if you program those colors in here properly. Then, when you get to the font section, you're going to want to choose a font. It's from a limited list of fonts. Choose the font that is the closest to your branded font from this pretty extensive list that's here. All right? When you choose that, that will be your style for your font, for your brand. And then you can choose what color the text shows up as with those fonts right here, which is great. So that's really, really important that you choose the coloring there as well. Also, for customization, there is a background option. So as you can see back here, I've got this kind of, I'll remove my video there. This is a custom image background that I've implemented, but you can implement any number of backgrounds that come with the software or come with Melon, and there's a huge giant list of default ones that are here. I highly recommend sorting through these and finding something incredibly simple. Not something with text, not something with a bunch of stuff on it, but something incredibly simple to put behind you. You don't want the background to be distracting. You can also choose a single color if you'd like from the color palette. You can't go wrong with black, and you can't go wrong with white, okay? So those are two options that will always be classy and will always be in style. The last element I want to show you, oh, and by the way, you can upload a custom background if you want as well here. So the custom background, just keep in mind whatever you upload needs to be a 16:9 format. That's widescreen format. And then you click open and it will bring the file in. As you can see, it's uploading the file right up here. And then once the file comes in, you literally just click it and it goes live here. And then that is your background now whenever you are doing your broadcasts. Got it? Cool. And if you ever want to delete any of these elements you've uploaded, by the way, you just literally click the button and it'll pull up a pop-up menu and it will delete those elements. And they're no longer in your cloud library. Here under the overlay section, it's right behind me, right down here. There's an overlay section, and you can choose any number of overlays that pop up over the screen. There are some default ones, as you can see, I'm kind of playing around with, that pop up over the screen to kind of give it, you know, kind of frame things up and kind of make it look your brand if you choose to use these. I would say if you do choose to use them sparingly. I would say that they can be distracting. I've uploaded a custom one, so just like anything else, you can upload a custom transparent PNG or transparent JPEG is what you're going to need to upload here in order to make this look good. So if you can do a transparent PNG or a transparent JPEG, and here's an example one that I just implemented. See this border here? It's just a transparent border that I've implemented around my broadcast. If you want to add that custom element here, see this blue thing around the edge of my broadcast, that can add a custom branded element to your show. Just use something simple and use this sparingly, in my opinion. If you put something on there that's too large or is too distracting, I would say even these clouds are too big and distracting. It could take away from your content. You want the content and what you're communicating to be on the forefront and not to be distracted by some graphics you're adding. The graphics should enhance the content, not distract from the content. That's how you add custom design elements, including your branding, your background, your overlays, you name it, logos even. Did you know you can add logos? So let me show you how you can add the logo here in the design section. That's the last element that you need to know about. So check it out. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner, if you back out to the main menu, that was all in the editing theme section. Down here in the main menu, look, there's a logo section. By default, it's going to have the Powered by Melon animation-y logo here. You can move this element around the screen and resize it as you see fit. So it doesn't have to be in the same spot. You can choose how you want to use it. If you don't want the Melon logo on top of your broadcast, get rid of it. And you can upload your own image by clicking this up to 10 megabytes. You want a transparent PNG. I've got one of my other brands, AWOL. I have these crypto brands. I teach people how to use different crypto platforms. I'm just going to bring these logos in. This is a transparent PNG, and it overlays on top of the broadcast. I can then resize it. I can then move it around and move it to whatever corner I want. I personally recommend, if you're going to add a logo to your broadcast or to your recording, put it in the bottom left-hand corner. It's usually the best spot. As you can see on my videos, I have my AWOL digital logo animation down there. Why? Because in that spot, there's not going to be clickable elements like on YouTube, for example, and on Facebook, for example. You've got things like cards and pop-ups that come up in that corner, and you don't want your logo to get in the way of where people are trying to click to get to whatever you're trying to promote. Got it? That's how you add custom logos. So as you can see, with all of those elements, you can make your broadcast very customizable. Your own colors, your own fonts, your own logos, your own overlays, the whole nine, all in a browser-based solution. So if you want to sign up, check out the link below to check out Melon. I like it. I recommend it. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add tickers and banners to their live streaming app. It's so easy to use. You don't need all this equipment I have in my home studio here. You can do this using just a web browser. And hopefully, maybe you have a 2-monitor configuration. You don't have to have 2 monitors, but 2 monitors helps. You ready? You can add text, banners, and tickers. How do you do it? By going right over here on the side. You're going to see the menu button up here in the top right-hand corner. Click that. Then you're going to scroll down to the text section. Click it. Here you're going to see 2 options. You're going to see banner and ticker. You're going to need to add a new element by clicking new. Here you can type in any caption that you want, and this caption will be displayed on the screen in your recording or your live stream. I recommend doing all caps, but you can add whatever you want for your style. So I'm just going to say try Melon today, in parentheses, link below. You can add whatever you want here, and I'll show you how it looks and how it feels on your broadcast. Then once you're done typing in your text, 100 character limit, hit add. It'll then add that element by clicking show here under the element on the side, and boom, it'll show it on the screen. Boom, there it is. So why is mine purple? See, mine is purple because that's the color of my branding that I set earlier. Got it? So once again, if you didn't watch my previous tutorial video, if you want to change the colors of your branding and your theme, you need to go in the design section and you need to follow these steps. You go to edit current theme right here, And then you can change the color of your branding, primary and secondary color. You choose the color of your fonts and all of that stuff right here under the design section if you want those elements to look a very specific way. Got it? That's why mine's purple and yours probably isn't. So customize it, make it on brand for you. Why not use that feature? It could just comes with Melon for free. Got it? So what you can do if you want to update this content is you just double click, and then what you can do is click the edit button right over here, the little pen button, and you can change the text to be whatever you want. Click update when you're done changing the text. Whenever you want the banner to go away, you click the hide button right over here on the side, and it makes the element go away. I do not recommend displaying text on the screen for extended periods of time. Nobody likes looking at a big text bar. Whenever you're done using that element and you're never going to use it again, click the garbage can button right here, and it deletes it from the library of potential text banners that can show up. Got it? Cool. Next item is your ticker. So what is a ticker? It's going to be literally scrolling on the screen, showing a particular text information for an extended period of time. So what you're going to do here, you have 200 characters, double the characters with this versus your banner. Click add, and then it's going to add the element here in your sidebar. You're then going to need to click show if you want it to show up on the screen, and there it is. It just shows up right at the top of the screen and scrolls that information over and over and over again. Once again, I do not recommend leaving this text on the screen for your entire broadcast. That is bad. I recommend only putting it up there while you're talking about whatever it says, and then make it go away by clicking hide down here when you're not showing it. One other power tip here, I'm going to add a banner once again, is with the banner, you do have the ability to move it around as you see fit, and so you can put it wherever you want. Obviously, slide it into a place that's comfortable. Most people feel most comfortable with a banner or any sort of larger text like this being in the bottom left-hand corner. That's where lower thirds are usually located, so I'd recommend putting them in the bottom left-hand corner, let's say right about here, and it feels comfortable to have it down there. It'll probably be below the faces of your hosts. Just a power tip there in terms of displaying text on your broadcasts. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to sign up for Melon using my link below. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to adjust your settings for HD, get your recordings just right, and work on custom settings like your ticker in their software. It allows you to stream and record without all this fancy gear I have here in my home studio. You can do it with a browser and with a regular computer yourself, all right? So how do you get into these settings I'm talking about? Go over here to the menu in the top right-hand corner within Melon. If you haven't already signed up, use my affiliate link below to get in here. So what you're going to do is scroll down to the settings section to access the settings we're talking about today. Click that menu. Here you're going to see a number of important settings that you want to look at. I believe that Full HD 1080p is a paid feature for pro users. You'll need to pay, I believe, to use that. But if you want to enable Full HD 1080p for your output, you'll need to turn this on. Otherwise, you will be outputting in 720p, which is good, just not as good as 1080. If you flip on the recording button here, what it's going to do is allow you to save your recordings on the cloud here with Melon. Then you can download them and edit and upload them to YouTube or wherever you want, anytime you want. I recommend turning this on and recording everything that you broadcast just in case you want it for later. Then you can change your name here under the Participants tab. Change it to whatever you want, and you can change out your stream avatar by uploading a transparent PNG, or a square image of your choice. It doesn't have to be transparent. It can be a square image of your choice into the platform and then plugging it in there as your stream avatar. Now, what you can decide is a number of customized features on how the content is displayed during your broadcast here with all of these settings. For example, if you don't want everybody's names to show up on the screen, you can turn that off. So you notice how AWOL Digital is down there. If I turn that off, it just makes it go away. Easy. So you can turn that on and off. Audio status, you can turn that on and off, and it'll get rid of that little microphone icon. See it over there on the side of who's actively talking. You can get rid of that as well. TTS on join. So if you're wondering what this feature is, it announces via audio when somebody joins. So if you don't want that annoying announcement of, participant has joined or whatever, you can turn that off. I recommend turning it off personally. That's just my preference. And then speaker indicator is something that you may want to consider. turning off as well. It shows you who the active speaker is. So if you have a ton of people on your call and you're confused about who's talking or not, okay, you can leave speaker indicator on to let everybody know who the active speaker is. Otherwise, I would recommend turning that off. And then here's a feature that I really like. This is a new feature where you can put the name at the bottom rather than at the top. I know that doesn't seem major, but look, if the name's up top, I don't like it there. Personally, I recommend enabling this feature and putting the name at the bottom. People like reading text from the bottom left. That's what they're used to seeing with lower thirds. Next, our ticker settings. In order to show you how the ticker settings work, let's go ahead and set up a ticker really quick. I did a previous tutorial video on this. I'm just going to do just an example one here. So I'm just going to type in try Melon today. You type in whatever you want into your ticker. Link below. And once you set up your ticker, I'm going to show you the custom settings for your ticker that are available. So we're going to show our ticker on the screen and then check out the custom settings that are available here. Settings menu at the very bottom. Look at this. You can reverse the direction of the ticker if you want. So click that button and it makes it go backwards. It makes it go the other way. So you can choose whether you want it to go left or whether you want it to go right by selecting this. And also there's a show on top button right here about whether you want to show the ticker on the top or you want to move it down to the bottom. So that is your preference on what you want to do there. Personally, I recommend putting something like a ticker at the bottom. It is very aggressive to have a ticker, in my opinion, at the top of the screen. It really catches your eyes and is distracting. And personally, I recommend only putting a ticker on the screen while you're talking about whatever the ticker says. Don't just leave a ticker going your entire recording or stream. That will make your stream lower quality, in my personal opinion. Another recording setting that you're going to want to look at is go click on your avatar here and go to settings. It'll take you to this destinations menu. And then what you're going to want to do is go down to broadcast and recordings here on the side. Click that, and this is where all of your recordings will be located. So we talked about what your output was earlier, how to do like the recording settings from earlier. This is where all your recordings will go. All of your streams will be here for 30 days if you have Pro, 15 days if you have Standard. And you can select a recent stream. So I did a test stream right here. You can literally pull down this menu, see all your streams, and it'll pull up the link to your stream so you can view the replay of your stream here. And this was just happened to be a YouTube replay, which is pretty cool. And then all of your recordings are available here. You can download the video version by clicking this. You can download the audio version by clicking this, or you can delete the recording and you can choose which recording that you want to delete. Pretty cool. So let's say you were doing a podcast or you wanted to cut it into a podcast. You can take the content from your broadcast and make just an audio version of that straight from the dashboard here in the recording and broadcast section. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy using Melon and use my link below to check it out. Adios. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to use intros, outros, and green screen in their broadcasting software. You don't need all this fancy gear like I have here in my home studio. You can do all of this in a simple way using this web interface. So how do you access these features? Up here in the top right-hand corner, you're going to click on the menu button, and then you're going to scroll down to the video section. Once you click that, there's going to be a section where there's video clips that you can add. There's a bunch of video clips in the built-in library that you can select from if you click Show More. And their library mostly consists of about to go live or countdown clock style animations that you can play if you choose. Now, I'll warn you about countdown clocks. Don't do these on YouTube. That will hurt you in the YouTube algorithm. But on other platforms where there isn't an algorithm that can show your content or not, then you can use something like a countdown clock. You can also upload your own custom video here into the platform by 300 megabyte maximum. MP4 and WebM are supported. You click this and then you upload whatever video it is that you want to upload. I have my logo animation plugged in here to the platform. It'll quickly upload that file and make it available for you to play back as you see fit. So why would you want to do that? So when you lock and load clips here, you can click the ... next to them, and you can set them as your intro and outro as you see fit. So let's say you have a branded intro, or let's say you wanted to do a countdown clock as your intro, or a starting soon as your intro. What you're going to do is click the ... next to that clip and set as intro. And then let's say you had something else that you wanted to be your outro when the stream is over, when the recording is over. You go click on that and you click set as outro. So when you record or when you stream, it automatically plays that when you hit the record button. Let's just do it right now. I'm going to click record right down here and watch what happens. I'm going to call this just test 1, 2, 3, just so you can just kind of get a feel for what happens with intro outros. It just makes it so you don't have to press a button when you're starting your recording to trigger the intro at just the right time. Watch. As soon as the recording started, it played the intro animation, and then boom, it goes to your first scene, and you can add whatever content you want there. Got it? And then when you're done with the recording, you click stop recording. You can have the option to play outro and end recording, or just keep recording. Got it? Those are your two options here. So we're going to play outro and end recording, and then now it's playing my outro here, which my outro video is like a 30-second long animation loop. Pretty cool, right? It automatically takes care of those items for you while you are basically running your broadcast. So it reduces the number of elements that you have to worry about when you're trying to execute a branded show. Got it? Had a great experience. Thank you very much. Now, green screens. So now that you know how to do intros and outros, which you don't have to do, but you can if you choose, green screens are available. And so in order to do green screen, you'll need to have a green screen. So I've got one set up behind me here. This is just another camera. And basically what you need to do is either have a green colored screen or a blue colored screen. You can select which one you have. Mine is green. And what you do is you click enable green screen. It's very, very simple. You click I understand with the warning, and then you choose your background that you want. It comes with a number of default backgrounds from tropical stuff to libraries or hotels. I've uploaded my branded background. I recommend you do a custom background if you're going to put something behind yourself. I've got my branded background, and then watch what happens. Boom. My background is removed right there, just like that. Now, in order to get it removed properly, there's a little slider here on the side, and with the slider, you do the intensity up and down. So what you want to look for, you want to hold out, the best way to do it is to hold out your fingers like this and make it so that the green, your fingers are not connected by the green. So if you go too low, your fingers will be connected like flippers with the green in between your fingers. Then you want to go up, up, up until the green goes away between your fingers, but it doesn't eliminate your fingers. Got it? And so you want to get it in that sweet spot where it's not literally getting rid of your fingers, it's only getting rid of the green next to your fingers. And then you have found the sweet spot, and then boom, you are properly green screened. Got it? That's how green screen works. It's that simple. You don't need fancy software. You don't need crazy stuff to pull this off. It's just a built-in setting inside of Melon. Green screen out your background, throw something in the background there. You don't have to be an expert. It makes it really simple. So link in the description below if you want to check out Melon. It's an affiliate link. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to record video properly in their platform. It makes it really simple, honestly. You don't need all this gear I have in my home studio to do a proper podcast, YouTube video, live stream, whatever. It's all really simple in their platform. Let me just show you the basic settings you need to get started before you click the record button to get max quality. Click the menu button up here on the top, and then once you click the menu button, you're going to scroll down to settings. High definition and recording is located there. Within this menu, you're going to see the output section. Under output, you're going to enable full HD. If you have not paid for the pro version of this software, I believe that is not ready. It's worth paying to get 1080p, in my opinion. Otherwise, you will only have 720p. And you want to enable record. So what does that mean? That means that whenever you go live, it will automatically, side by side with your live stream, record a cloud-based version of your live stream as a recording. And you can download the audio version, or you can download the video version of that recording for later, for audio podcasts, video podcasts, for social media clips, TikToks, whatever you're going to use that content for later, YouTube, you name it. Got it? Enable both of those settings to max out your quality and to ensure your recordings are enabled all the time. So now let's just do a test recording just for fun. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go down to record. Also, because we enabled the record setting earlier, when we go live, it now says go live and record, but we're going to click record. And in here, you're going to name your broadcast whatever it's going to be. I'm just going to call mine Melon. You name yours, whatever yours is going to be, make it descriptive, and then click start recording. It'll give you a countdown, so get ready, and whatever scene's on the screen is what you'll start with, unless you've enabled an intro. So I've enabled an intro, it plays my intro, and then boom, your first scene is there. Hey, what's up everybody, blah, 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 blah. You do your video, you move through your content, you do your thing. And then when you're done with your recording, you click the stop recording button down here. Now, if you've enabled an outro in the platform, it'll play your outro and end the recording. So we're gonna click that. My outro is this looping video. I've got that locked and loaded. And then as soon as it's done playing your outro, the recording will have concluded. Once your recording is done and you want to retrieve your recording, what you're going to do is go up to the menu up here in the top, click your avatar, and scroll down to settings here in this menu. Under settings, that's where the secret broadcast and what have you menu is located, and that's where we're going to go right now. Go to broadcasts and recordings right here. And then boom, there it is. So all of your recordings, all of your live streams, all of your content you've ever done will be located right here in this section. And you can download recording, which is the video and audio version. Recording not found will pop up if you've just done the recording, by the way. So you need to give it a minute for the recording to show up. And then you can download the audio version as well, and you can delete. Got it? So you can download the archives. They will pop up as a file down here in your browser, and it will give you an MP4 file for the video. And then it'll give you, I believe, a WAV file for the audio. So it gives you a highest possible quality audio file if you're looking to do an audio version of your recording. Got it? So you saw what happened when I tried to download the minute it was done. Give it a second to upload. Give it a second to process. It's not broken. Just give it a minute, and then it'll give you your recording. Got it? Awesome. That's how you retrieve your recordings. It's really easy. So always record and always be thinking, how can I chop up this content I'm making into clips for social media to expand your reach? If you want to check out Melon, use the description below to check out that affiliate link to sign up. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to go live and multi-stream on their platform. You don't need all this fancy equipment in order to multi-stream to multiple social media platforms at the same time. Here's how you do it using Melon. First things first, go to the settings section within Melon. You're going to click your avatar up here. Then you're going to go under settings. Now, it's going to have you automatically connected to whatever platform you signed up with. If you did email, there will be no platforms here, but you'll want to add destination here for whichever platforms you're looking to multi-stream to. LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube are available in addition to custom RTMP, which will open up pretty much any other streaming platform for this multi-streaming functionality. I've already got multiple platforms added on mine, so I'll demo how that works here in the main studio. Add your platforms, that's step one. Step two is you're going to click the Go Live button down here. It will say go live and record if you've enabled that feature. Went over that in a previous tutorial video, link below to that playlist. Click that button and it'll tell you all the destinations right here that you can potentially go live to. I'm going to select 2 of my destinations. You can choose whether the live stream is public on YouTube, private, unlisted. I'm going to do unlisted for this demo. You choose the status of your live stream and choose all of the destinations. Highlight all of the ones you want to go live on. You can do one or all. Got it? Cool. You're going to click next, and then it's going to ask you for a title. So I'm just going to type in whatever title here into mine. Go ahead and make yours a descriptive title, particularly for YouTube and for Facebook. You need to have a very descriptive title that is going to get clicks. Otherwise, you are going to be pushed down in the algorithms. So just keep that in mind. Got it? And then once you've added those titles and you've added that information, you're going to click Go Live. Once you do that, it'll give you this little scrolly wheel here, and then it'll implement the settings that you've set up before. On mine, it'll give you the countdown here. On mine, I've set it up to play an intro before I go live with my content. So there's my intro, and then boom, now I'm live. So you can implement whatever content you want on the screen, and then you're doing your live stream. And you go about your business per normal. Now, really quick, I want you to know how to locate those live streams using the share stream option. If you're wondering how to share it on social media or whatever, click the share stream button right over here. Then it'll pull up both of the options of the destinations, or all of the options of the destinations you're live on right here. You can either copy the link to send to someone, or you can open it in a new tab. So check this out. So I'm opening it in this new tab. Now keep in mind, if you do that, it may play back the audio on that tab and blow up your headphones. So what I recommend doing is testing all of this ahead of time. And in Google Chrome in particular, check it out. If you right click on the tab, you can click mute site or unmute site on YouTube and whatever these other streaming platforms are, if you're worried about those playing through your headphones or ruining your audio situation. Then you can pull them up, make sure they're live, or do whatever you want to do with that particular platform. And then there you go. Now you have all of your sharing options and you are live on multiple platforms at the same time. It was literally that easy. Seriously, that's it. And then when you're done streaming, you click end stream down here at the bottom. If you have an outro implemented, which I showed in a previous tutorial video, you can click play outro and end stream, or you can click end now without outro here. Just notice that option was there. I just noticed that just now. Cool. I'm glad they have that option. And they will ask you what your experience was like, and boomski, it's all sealed up. Just went live on multiple platforms, couple clicks of a button, just like that. It's that simple using Melon. So use my affiliate link below to sign up. It's free to try out. You can use most of the features for free, and there's also a pro version that can bump you up to 1080p and get your quality up and add extra things like cloud recording. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to schedule events in their platform. You don't need to go through the insanely complicated process of going into every dashboard and whatever to schedule live events on live streaming platforms anymore. It's all really simple using their API integrations right here in Melon dashboard. If you don't already have Melon, use my link below. It's an affiliate link. I freaking love it. It's great. So the scheduling section is down here at the bottom. So you'll see the little calendar icon. Click that. And then with the schedule button, it's going to pull up your scheduled broadcasts over here on the side. Up to 30 scheduled broadcasts. So what you can do is hit the plus button here for schedule. And it's going to offer you all of the platforms that you have connected to Melon. So I'm going to just randomly select, my main YouTube channel, but you guys can choose whatever you want. And you can choose multiple platforms at the same time, by the way, for you to go live on. I'm going to choose my main channel, and I'm going to choose this stream to be unlisted just because this is a tutorial video. But you guys can choose what you see fit for your avenues that you've connected. We click next for stream information. And here's the really cool part. You can either do a regular live stream, which is probably what you expected, or you can play a pre-recorded video as a live stream on these avenues. Really cool, right? Maximum of 2 hours long. So if you wanted to do that, you click the upload video button. You could upload whatever piece of content you want. I'm just going to put this random video in here, and it will actually play that video as a live stream on all of those avenues if you see fit. This is a great way to get around the platform limitations, like on Twitter, for example. It only lets you, and look at this, it even lets you preview it and everything. It's so slick. But it even lets you get around platform limitations like Twitter that only lets you upload like a 2-minute and 20-second long video on their platform. Well, a way to get something longer than 220 on Twitter, just as an example, is to live stream on Twitter. Cool, right? Anyway, I think this feature is great. I'm not going to show you pre-recorded video. That's how you lock and load a pre-recorded video. All the other steps are basically the same here. So we're going to go through on live stream instead, but that's how you lock and load the pre-recorded video. Live stream, next, and then you're going to set your date and time. Standard calendar tool, choose your date, your time, whatever. You choose what you make sense for you. Type in your title. I'm going to just type in a generic one. You're going to want to type in something very descriptive and very clickable. And for YouTube, they allow you to choose your category, and check this out. Thank God. Finally, somebody implemented this. You can actually upload a thumbnail through the platform. Finally, somebody lets you upload a thumbnail through their streaming integration platform. Come on. It took way too long for us to get here. I'm just going to choose any old image, but it even lets you crop the image. Seriously, it's great. So you can actually upload a thumbnail through this for YouTube, which if you're not using a thumbnail on YouTube, you're not going to get many clicks. Got it? Now that this is scheduled, now that all of our information is in here, then you click schedule. And there it is. It'll go ahead and process it and push it through the cloud, bring all that information over, and then look at this. It pops up a screen where you can invite guests to your live event. So if you've pre-scheduled it, you invite your guests. Let's say you're doing a podcast or an interview, click this button. That link will go out. That will be their guest invite link, and then they can join you on this live event. And you can visit your channel by clicking this button and check out the live event right here, all just in the click of a button. It makes it all super, super easy. Isn't that great? And then if you ever want to go back to all of the scheduled events, you can click the ... right here. You can edit the broadcast. You can copy the link. You can view it on YouTube, or if you screwed it up and you don't want it to exist, just delete it and it's gone. Isn't that simple? I don't know. I think this is great. I wish I had this 10 years ago, for real. It's so simple now to do all this stuff. It used to be such a pain. Now it's so easy. Anyway, use the link below to check out Melon. I love their interface. It's just so simple and easy to use. Scheduling events has never been easier. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add apps, tips, goals, social sharing, all through their web interface. You don't need all this complex gear like I have in my home studio to be able to do a high quality stream or recording. You can just use their web-based app. It's great. Link below if you want to check that out. Let me show you where these extra functions are within Melon. All right, so what you're going to do is click over here on the menu bar in Melon. You're going to scroll down and you're going to see the apps section right here. Click that. There's going to be a number of options available for you right over here, including widgets, CloudBot, and socials. So we're going to start with widgets. So this is like a classic Streamlabs. If you're not already familiar with Streamlabs, it's a platform that allows you to add things like on-screen pop-ups when people follow or donate and what have you. Let me show you how to do that. We're going to click connect, and what it's going to do is pull up a window for you to go through the authentication process to connect your Streamlabs. If you don't already have a Streamlabs account, you'll need to sign up for one. I already have one. It auto-connected for me. I'll let you go through that step. Pause the video, then join me again. Now, once you have connected that functionality in Streamlabs, you have the option to turn on your alert box and to turn on your donation goals if you see fit here within your pane that shows you the preview of your broadcast. And as you can see, it displayed those two items on the screen. So you can hit the play button over here and it will play an example of that alert on the screen so you can see it. So you no longer have to use OBS, you no longer have to use XSplit or Streamlabs OBS necessarily to get these on-screen pop-ups. You can do it using Melon, a much slimmer and easier to use functionality. And whenever you want those items to be turned off, you can just scroll them off over here on the sidebar. Now, if you want to change your donation settings, you can click the donation settings button here. It will pop up an entirely new tab. My editor is going to edit out my personal information, but that will take you over to the Streamlabs dashboard. Not going to cover all of that in this tutorial. There's very, very detailed items that are required in here to set all of that up. But just so you know, all of those settings are available in the Streamlabs dashboards to customize your alert box and your donation goals. So all those two types of widgets are available through Melon, which is really cool. Also, Streamlabs has built something called a CloudBot. Let's go ahead and add the CloudBot. It will need to add your Streamlabs account to add CloudBot. But basically, you can connect CloudBot for Twitch, and you can connect CloudBot for YouTube, and that'll enable those two functions for you here in Melon. And then if you want to go through your CloudBot settings, you can pull up your Streamlabs dashboard by clicking that, and you can go through here, and CloudBot basically gives you a chat bot in your side chat on Twitch and YouTube that does moderation functions for you, can get rid of the garbage, and can help you engage your audience more through things like entertainment and what have you. It's got all of these protection functions, keeping all caps out, links out, words out, etc. And you can also do fun stuff like polls and betting and giveaways and everything under the sun with CloudBot. I'm not going to do a full tutorial on CloudBot here. I just want you to know that you can add CloudBot for Twitch and YouTube directly into Melon, which is awesome. So you don't have to go through a complex system in order to have those functions that can make your streams more entertaining. And the last element I want to show you here, which is very handy for streamers that are using Twitter to just notify your followers that you are live. Socials by Twitter is really, really simple. It's really easy, right? You just connect your Twitter account by clicking that connect button. It will go through an authentication process for you, and then it'll have this locked and loaded over here on the sidebar. So what you can do is you can enable, if you want, tweet on go live here. So whenever you click the go live button and you activate live streams here, it'll automatically send that tweet out through your Twitter feed, so you don't have to go live and then awkwardly type that in on Twitter. It's a nice little thing to set you up for a custom experience so that you don't have to waste time during your live stream. What do I mean by custom? This. So go ahead and customize your tweet message and make it something good, okay? And what you can do is you can add your platform and your URL here. You can add whatever copy you want. Definitely don't use the generic copy, obviously. Do something engaging that describes precisely what you will be streaming and what the value is to your audience. If you don't tell your audience what the value is before you go live and before you tweet, then why would they click? And if you want to remove any of these items at any time, you can just click the disconnect Streamlabs button and it will disconnect it. And you can also click the disconnect Twitter button here and you can disconnect it and those features go away just like that. It's really simple. All of those integrations are built into Melon, just making live streaming easier. I wish I had this 10 years ago. Seriously, all this stuff used to be just manual, not automatic and easy like this in the dashboard, but Melon makes it easy. So check out the link below if you want to use Melon. It's such an easy entry level and just easy to use web-based solution for streaming and recording. I love it. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add a YouTube account to their platform. Basically, it's going to allow you to stream on YouTube and record YouTube videos without having to have all this complex equipment and other broadcasting programs. It's really simple. Obviously, you need to sign up for a Melon account. And if you actually signed up using your YouTube account for Melon, you're already connected. But if you didn't do that, by the way, there's going to be a link below if you want to sign up for Melon. What you can do here in the platform is go up to your avatar here at the top and then scroll down to settings. It'll pull up this destinations menu. Make sure you're under destinations here. And then what you can do is click add destination. As you can see, I already added 3 YouTube channels. But what you're going to do is add a YouTube destination to the mix. It's going to pull up an authentication window, and my editor is going to edit out my personal information here, but it'll pull up an authentication window, select your Google account of choice, and then choose the YouTube channel from your list that you're wanting to connect. I'm just going to connect a random channel of mine. You'll need to give it access to manage your YouTube account, so go ahead and hit allow, and then boom, it's adding the destination. Boom, it's just seamless like that. It's just there now. Easy, right? There it is, my AWOL Podcast YouTube channel. And if any of these accounts, let's say you change the password or the access settings or it loses access, you can click the reconnect button and it will reconnect. And if you want to remove any account, you can just hit the X button and it will remove the account if you have security issues or you just don't want it to be there anymore. Then, whenever it's time to live stream to YouTube, what you're going to do is click the Go Live button down here at the bottom of the main interface. Then it's going to list all of the platforms that are available for you. You'll want to select that particular platform, that YouTube channel, and then you need to choose whether you want that to be a public live stream, a private live stream, or an unlisted live stream. And you'll go through the process of adding the metadata and everything, and you're live on YouTube. Previous tutorial going over all of those going live steps is in the playlist below. That's it. It's that simple to add a YouTube account. You can live stream to multiple YouTube accounts if you want, multiple platforms at the same time. Your call. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add a Facebook profile, a Facebook page, and a Facebook group to their platform so that you can live stream there, which is really, really cool. Let me show you how to set all 3 of those up. You don't need all this complex gear like I have in my home studio to be able to do this stuff to stream on Facebook. You can just use Melon. It's really, really simple. Link below. It's an affiliate link down there if you want to check out Melon. So click the avatar up here on the top right on Melon once you've already signed up. By the way, if you've already signed up using your Facebook profile or page or whatever, it'll already be connected here. But if you haven't already signed up using Facebook, here's how you connect additional Facebook avenues. Click your avatar, click settings. It'll bring up the destinations menu. As you can see, I have a number of destinations already set up. But what we're going to do is click add destination down here at the bottom. Here's 3 different options. Facebook profile is for like personal accounts. Facebook page is for like businesses and creators and influencers. And Facebook group is just that, right? It's special interest groups around a particular topic. Let me show you how all 3 work. Facebook profile, we'll start with that. So when you click it, it's going to pull up an authentication window over here. You'll need to log in and enter your information and what have you. And then you want to click continue as whatever your name is. Got it? And then once you do that, it will ask you, it'll make sure that it reminds you what the permissions are that it's going to ask for. It'll want to post content that you're streaming so that people can see it in your timeline. You hit continue, and then you can go through what you choose to allow here, and you can change your settings if you like. I'm just going to let it allow the default settings here, but you can manage your own permissions there. And boom, now your personal profile is added here as a Facebook account. If you want to remove that account, you can hit the X, and if it gets disconnected or you change your password, you can reconnect. Let me show you how removing works. Boom. It doesn't have to be added forever. Next option is to add a Facebook page. So we're going to click Facebook page right here. And once again, it'll bring up an authentication option here under Facebook page. And so as you can see, I've got a bunch of different pages that I manage as a part of my consulting business. I'm going to choose my page. Notice how it pulls up all the pages you manage. And then I'm going to pull up my page here. And then it's going to add destination. And boom, because I already went through the authentication process earlier with the Facebook profile, it'll just add that page. Got it? Cool. The next option here is, and you can remove this by the way if you want. I'm going to leave it because I'm going to show you how to stream in a minute. But then there's Facebook group as a way to add. So Facebook group is yet another option. I only have one group here associated with this account. I'm going to click to add that particular group, and boom, it just added that group. Got it? So now if you want to notify those groups or live stream to those groups or whatever, what you're going to do is go back to the main Streamlabs Melon dashboard here. And when you click go live and record, or go live, depending on your settings, notice how both of these options are here. You can stream to the group by clicking it. You can stream to the page by clicking it. And then you can go through the live streaming process that way. If I had my personal profile on here, obviously I could add that as well. Got it? You can also add other platforms, by the way, like YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. You can go live on all of them at the same time using this dashboard. It's really simple, right? It's that simple. So if you want to notify everybody everywhere that you're live and have everybody see it, Melon makes that simple. Cool. Link below if you want to check it out. Affiliate link down there. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add a LinkedIn personal page and or company page to your live streaming capabilities in their platform. You don't need all this gear and all this fancy stuff like I have here in my home studio to stream and record anymore. Melon makes it really simple. So first of all, if you signed up for Melon using your LinkedIn account, it'll already be locked and loaded. But if you didn't, this is how you add it. By the way, link below if you want to sign up for Melon. It's free to sign up. That is an affiliate link. So what you're going to do here in Melon is click your avatar at the top and then go to settings. It's going to pull up the destination section right over here. Destinations. You'll lock and load all of the accounts that you already have associated with your account here. Notice I already have some Facebook and YouTube accounts. You can add across multiple platforms. What you're going to do is add destination right here. And then there's two options for LinkedIn. LinkedIn Personal is your personal page, you as an individual person. The company page is a separate type of page on LinkedIn. I'll show you how both options work. LinkedIn Personal, you click it, it'll pull up an authentication window. It'll tell you what it's going to use your profile for, and then you click Allow. It's that simple. And you'll have to log in, obviously. And then boom, your personal profile is there. If you want to reconnect it, if you change your password or it gets disconnected, there's a refresh button and you can remove hitting the X, which is great. If you want to add your company page, easy peasy, just click LinkedIn Company here. And then it'll pull up the company page. And on LinkedIn, you have to have a company page, obviously, to do this. And it has to be associated with whatever LinkedIn account you're logging in with. And it's going to tell you what all of the permissions are. And then you're going to click Allow. It'll give you a list of all of the companies that you manage under your LinkedIn account. So you'll have to have management permissions on that company page to do this. I have that on my own company, awaldigital.com. And there it is. Both accounts are now locked and loaded as options to live stream to. Now, you don't have to live stream to any of these destinations if you don't want to. They can all be selected here in the Go Live functionality here within the dashboard. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever you're ready to go live, there's a Go Live and Record button down here at the bottom. And if you click that, look at that. You have all these destination options available, right? So let's say on today's live stream, you wanted to go live on your LinkedIn personal page, on one of your YouTube channels, and on your Facebook page. You can click the buttons here and go live on whichever pages you want, multi-platform streaming. If you wanted to just go live to your personal page on LinkedIn and your company page on LinkedIn, you'd select both of those and then complete the live streaming process here. I've got an entire tutorial video about that, link below to that playlist. You do on LinkedIn though, as it currently stands, I'm recording this video at the very end of 2021, your LinkedIn profile does have to be approved for live streaming in order for you to live stream there. So just heads up on that. That is a apply and approval program. Got it? That's it. If you want to check out Melon, it is free. Link below. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to add a Twitch account to their streaming platform. It's real easy. You don't need all this complex gear like I have to do live streams and recordings for social media now. Melon makes all of that simple. Here's how you do it. First of all, if you just signed up using Twitch for Melon, by the way, link below, affiliate link for Melon, it's free to sign up. If you did Twitch as your sign up method, it's already added. You don't need to watch this tutorial video. If you signed up using some other method, here's how you add Twitch or add a second Twitch account. So what you do is you go up to your avatar in the top right-hand corner and go to Settings. Once you do Settings, you'll see the Destinations tab over here. Within Destinations, it'll show you all of the accounts you've already linked to Melon there. As you can see, you can add accounts across multiple social media platforms. Click Add Destination, and obviously Twitch is located right here. Click Twitch, and it's going to put you through an authentication process to add your destination. Now, I typed my stuff in before the tutorial. You'll have to do your password. If you have two-factor, you have to do two-factor. Maybe you have to solve a puzzle with a giraffe on it. All that stuff. Go through all those steps, pause the video, and then you'll be with me. Cool? Then once you have Twitch added, let's say you change your password or it needs to be reconnected, you can reconnect and refresh the connection here, or you can click X to remove that connection. I'll demo that for you here. So let's say I wanted to remove this connection down here. I can click Remove Account. You can remove your Twitch anytime you want, no problem. Then, in order to go live on Twitch, you're going to go back to the studio dashboard, and let me show you how that works. So what you're going to do is click the Go Live button down here, and you can choose any destinations you want to go live to, multiple destinations or just one, whatever you want. So let's say I wanted to go live on Twitch and on my LinkedIn and on my Facebook page and on my YouTube. All of that at the same time is possible using Melon, multi-streaming, or if you just want to go live on Twitch, unhighlight them all and just go live on Twitch. And then you go through the live stream setup process per normal. I've got an entire tutorial video on that, link below to that playlist, just to go live on Twitch. It's literally that simple. And so whatever content is here on the main pane, that's what people will see on Twitch. It's that easy, seriously. Melon makes it easy. Link below to sign up for Melon. It's free. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to connect your Twitter account so that you can go live on Twitter. Is that possible? Yeah, I've done it many, many times. Here's how you do it. You don't need all this complex equipment like I have to go live on Twitter and other platforms. Melon makes it really, really simple. If you signed up, by the way, for Melon using your Twitter account, it's already added. You don't need to watch this. Or you could add a second Twitter account using this tutorial. Pretty interesting. So check it out. Here's how you add Twitter. Go to your avatar in the top right-hand corner, click it, go to Settings. Once you do Settings, you'll go to the Destinations tab here, and then you'll have all the destinations you've added. I've added a bunch across LinkedIn, Twitch, and Facebook and YouTube already. Let's go ahead and add a destination for Twitter. And this is brand new, by the way. So when you click Twitter, it's going to pull up an authentication window for you. And you're going to need to read the permissions that you're giving Twitter, be aware of those, and you'll click the Authorize App button right over here. When you do that, it will add Twitter as a destination for you to live stream on. No joke. So how do you go live on Twitter? Did you even know that was possible? Most people didn't even know that was possible. Go back to Studio, and once you arrive back in Studio, here's how you're going to add Twitter as a streaming destination. Go down to the Go Live tab or Go Live and Record, depending on how you've configured your stuff. And you're going to see all the destinations you've added here on the screen to go live. Go ahead and click Twitter. Now, here's the cool part. You can multi-stream using Melon. So let's say you wanted to go live on Twitter and Twitch and LinkedIn and YouTube and you add all the accounts that you want here. You could multi-stream if you want, or you could go live just on Twitter. Your call. And once you do, you go hit next. You're going to add the metadata. I've got a whole tutorial link in the playlist below on how to go live. But you're going to add that metadata and boom, you're live on Twitch or every other social media platform. It's literally that simple. So Melon makes it really simple to go live. I wish I had this years ago. Like multi-streaming used to be very complex. Now it's so easy. Anyway, link below. Melon's free, by the way, to try out. So click that affiliate link, give it a shot. Adios, amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to go live using a custom RTMP. You don't need all of this fancy gear like I have to go live on any platform on the internet. You can just use Melon. It's really, really simple. Now, a custom RTMP allows you to go live on platforms that maybe doesn't have a direct integration with Melon, like when you signed up for your account. Let me show you what I mean. So if you want to add a custom RTMP, go ahead and click your avatar here on the top and then go to settings. Now, Melon has built in the ability to sign up and add accounts for Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, all built in. But let's say there's an account somewhere else that uses a custom RTMP to connect that isn't built into Melon. You can add it, no problem. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Add Destination down here, and you're going to choose the Add Custom RTMP option right here. And when you do that, it's going to pull up these fields: name, custom RTMP URL, and RTMP key. So for today's example, I'm going to use Trovo as an example, but you guys can use whatever platform you want. It's up to you. So I'm going to call this Trovo. You could use Vimeo, you could use all kinds of different stuff. They all use custom RTMPs. I'm going to go to my dashboard here in Trovo, and I'm going to copy my host URL. So you can copy the URL from whatever platform you're using, paste it here. And then I'm going to go copy my stream key, and then I'm going to paste my stream key right here. Got it? Now I'll click Add. And now added this custom RTMP. So whenever I go live, it'll punch that signal into that platform. Almost every live stream platform has a custom RTMP option. So this gives Melon optionality for all live streaming platforms using this function. Got it? But how do you go live to that platform when you've done a custom RTMP? Let me show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to click the Go Live button down here at the bottom. Click that, and it's going to have all the destinations you've connected to Melon here. You can click whatever account you added, Trovo, Vimeo, whatever you added. Plus, if you wanted to add other platforms, you could add your Twitter, you could add your Twitch, you can add your Facebook, whatever. You choose one or all or some combination of live streaming destinations you want to go to live to in this platform. Then you're going to click Next and go through adding metadata to all of these different accounts, which is really, really cool. Now, one thing to note with custom RTMP is if you connect using that, the metadata that you do here in Melon is not going to punch over to that platform. So if you use a custom RTMP to go to Trovo, just as an example, you're going to need to add your title and your category and your metadata on the custom RTMP platform on that platform. Okay, Melon is not able to port over that information to that platform using custom RTMP. The only data it's going to take from Melon over to the custom RTMP platform, like Trovo, is the live stream itself, not the metadata. Got it? Make sure you set that up, because if you don't have proper metadata, nobody's clicking your stream. So make sure you set that up ahead of time. I've got an affiliate link below if you want to check out Melon. It's free to use, and there's some paid pro versions if you want to upgrade to 1080p and stuff like that. All right, adios amigos. Melon is sponsoring me to teach you how to invite guests and manage different guest layouts so you can do remote interviews really easily using their platform. I've done this for a living, like multi-million-dollar webinars and stuff here out of my home studio. You don't need all this gear to do it anymore. Melon makes it so easy. Here's how you invite guests. Obviously, you need a Melon account, so if you haven't already signed up, go ahead and use my affiliate link below for that, of course. Now, Invite Guest is where you're going to click up here in the top right-hand corner, and it's going to have a number of options. So it's going to automatically populate a link, and if you share that link with somebody and they click it, they can join your recording session, which is really cool. I'll show you how that works in a moment. Let's say you don't want that link to be used anymore, maybe it went public on accident, maybe you're done with that recording session, then you can click generate new link and it'll refresh and give you a new link. You can also email the link to people, put it in a Google Calendar invite, whatever. Also, there's a set of very useful instructions for guests that you can click. So I highly recommend opening that up in a new tab like I just did, control click, and sharing this with people that are not already familiar with Melon and how to join. This just has best practices, and it can help your guests not go through that awkward phase of how do I make my mic work and all of that. We're the worst. These instructions are super, super simple, and it's a mobile friendly page. So once you've got that link, you copy it and then you send it to your guests and then they will join. So here I've got it in a tab over on my other computer. So once they open that link, it's going to open this interface for your guest. And I'm just going to join as myself here. And just to show you what your guest experience is like, they're going to have to add their name. They're going to have to choose their mic and what they're listening to. They're going to do echo cancellation, choose their resolution, ask them to turn up to the highest resolution possible to increase quality, and they'll have to choose their camera. Got it? Once they do that, they're going to click join. Once they have joined, they will see your broadcasting session here, as you can see. So this is my guest view of the broadcasting session. I'm here as a part of it. Let me move this out of the way. So you as the broadcaster are going to see their input over here on the side. So this is the other version of me. So let me click show on stream. And now the other version of me is here on the screen. Pretty cool, right? So now you and your guest are here. Now, once you and your guest are here, there are a number of layouts and configurations that you can do to configure your content. So for example, if you go down to the bottom left-hand corner, you can do side-by-sides with the two of you side-by-side like this. You can do panel setups. You can do one person is big, one person is small. You can do all sorts of configurations, moving your cameras around as you see fit in whatever configuration you think is most suitable for that particular content. Also, check this out. Your guest can share their screen and you can add their screen share to the session. So this is now the guest window I'm bringing over. Check this out. They can share their screen if they want to. So let's say I'm just going to choose this entire screen right here and I'm just going to share it. And now it's sharing the other screen. So now I'm sharing this other screen, and look, this other screen is now an input over here. So if you wanted to bring your guest's screen share on, you can click share, and now you're looking at what the guest's screen is. Here, I'm going to move that out of the way. This is their screen, okay? Pretty cool, right? And so now you can do different configurations for that. You can put your guys next to it like this, looking at the content. You can put yourselves above it, looking at the content. All those configurations are available down here with you guys and the content. You can add even more content on top of that if you want to, which is really cool. You, as the broadcaster, can share your screen or play a video or whatever. And so let's say you were going to share a screen too. Boom. Now here comes your screen on top of that. You're going to show that on the screen instead. Blah, 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 blah. Got it? So you can switch between these different inputs. Both you and your guests, plural, can add different content and you can do different things. And if you want to remove the content from the stream, let's say you wanted to stop doing screen shares, you'd hide the screen shares and then it would just be the two of you. And let's say you wanted to just go to one of you guys talking and not the other, you can double click on that person's input here on the preview pane and that'll go full screen. Cool. Or you can click, if you want something to go away, you click hide on stream and it'll get rid of them. And then the other thing will be there instead. And if you want that to go away, you hit hide on stream and everything's gone. Also, another configuration option is you can click show on stream and then look at this. You've got the full screen option here. If you want to spotlight that particular source, so it is in front of and on top of everything else, which is really great. Also, if you have a single source and you want the background to be there, there are different scenes where it'll put that single source in front of your background so it can look more branded if you want. Also a really cool option along the way. The last thing I'll tell you about custom configurations is notice how you and your guest have volume levels available. So if you want to adjust your guest's volume level, let's say their mic is jacked or it's not loud enough or it's too loud or whatever, you can change their volume levels here, which is great to get it just right. Another reason why I recommend using headphones. And there's a number of options, including kicking the guest out. Let's say you bring somebody on and their connection dies or they end up misbehaving or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You can kick them out, click the ... next to that guest, and boop, they are gone, and it's just you once again. And this is also an easy way to cycle through guests. You don't have to ask them to leave, right? You are in complete control of your broadcast when you use Melon. Anyway, there's a link in the description below. Very powerful tools, very simple to invite guests to do podcasts, group Q&As, you name it, all available right here on Melon. Check it out. Adios, amigos.